It is the recalling. The sun did not rise so much as it crept, peeking through the bones of shattered buildings and trees that remembered too much. The world X lived in was not clean, but it was his. And today, like most days, he began it as a chimpanzee. Not for survival, not for stealth, but because he liked the way his hands curled, the way the wind danced through fur, the balance between human and not. He leapt from a rooftop made of corrugated rust, landing with a thud that startled a few crows. One shouted him in a voice that didn't sound quite like a crow's anymore. X hissed back, language enough. He foraged, not for fruit or water, those were too rare. Today's prize was simpler, an unopened can of peaches wedged into a burnt-out vending machine. He phased his arm just long enough to slip through the metal, re-solidifying around the can like it was always his. He grinned. A child's grin, wide, toothy, with more joy than the world had left room for. A dog barked in the distance, too many barks. X paused, shifted, from chimp to crow to cat, cat to smoke. He drifted over the alley, reforming high above. Below, a pack of wild canines, all wearing collars that blinked red, half machine, all hunger. He dropped a chunk of rusted pipe behind them, scattering the pack like sparks. Then he laughed, not because it was safe, but because it was fun. By midday, he returned to the place he called home, a hollow tree growing through the top floor of a fallen museum. The walls still held the faces of creatures long gone. One of them looked like him once, before the virus, before the change. He touched the glass, then shape-shifted into the figure on the plaque. An early hominid, it read. He puffed out his chest, paraded around in knuckle-dragging majesty, then dissolved into a giggling puddle of fur. This was X's kingdom. Not much, but his. He spent the evening watching the sky shift from gold to gray. Clouds moved like oil. A memory of the fog, not here yet, but close enough to make the birds restless. He sat in silence, then whispered to himself in a voice not quite his own. Tomorrow, we climb. The tree didn't creak when they arrived. It stopped creaking. The wind paused. The birds vanished. Even the ruined sky seemed to hold its breath. X was already awake. He hadn't closed both eyes. He never did anymore. They smelled like him at first. But under the fur and heat, there was something else. Blood too loud, breathing too slow. He didn't move, just shifted, barely, his fur thinning, arms lengthening, body still curled like a sleeping chimp. He listened. The first one climbed quiet, almost too quiet for something that size. Its knuckles didn't scrape, its breath didn't fog, but its eyes, glowing red like coal held in a dying hand. It stared at X for a long time, not sniffing, not snarling, studying. X opened one eye, then